Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Property Sue if you're new here, and I do videos on real estate and real estate related matters. And today I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of Airbnb as a business, because as much as we know Airbnb or short-term renting as a good business, it also has its cons. And I believe before you get into something, you should know about the cons and the pros. The pros so as to encourage you move forward, and the cons so as to help you put up mitigation measures when you enter into the business. And we are going to start with the pros, of course. And number one is it is a great source of income. This is because you can run more than one Airbnb or short-term rental at a go, which increases your sources of income. Number two, it is more profitable than traditional real estate. Because, for example, if you rent out your apartment for 10,000 a month traditionally, and then you take the same apartment and put it on Airbnb, let's say for 3,000 per night, it means that you only need 4 nights to cover the traditional rent. And if you're lucky and you're booked like half of the month, then this means it is going to bring you more income than traditional renting. The third advantage is that you can use your residence for your own purposes. Let's say, for example, your Airbnb is a beach house. You can go on holiday there if you wish. Maybe use it as an office, or use it to host a guest of your own. You only need to block the dates on your Airbnb calendar which you're going to be using your premises. Number four is that your tenant portfolio is going to be diversified, and unlike in traditional renting where you only deal with one tenant, and sometimes, let's be honest, some tenants are very troublesome, some don't pay rent on time, some are going to cause so much damage on your property. But in case of Airbnb, you get so many tenants, so you don't need to be dealing with bad situations every single time. Number five is that you have more control over your home, because you can change the rental rates in the season and depending on demand. For example, let us take an Airbnb at the coast. If in January it's going for 6,000 per night, the same rental in December could go for as much as 20,000 per night. So this gives you more control over your house, more control over the income, and also you get more control in your house in terms of maintenances. Unlike traditional renting where you have to wait until your tenant vacates the house so that you can make small maintenances here and there. Airbnb, because of the short-term stays, you get to access your house after a client leaves, and you get to maintain your house slowly by slowly without waiting to have big repairs. On to the disadvantages. The first disadvantage is that having short-term rentals requires more expenses than actually traditionally renting out your house. This is because if you're operating short-term rentals, you have to furnish your house, and most of the time you have to have high quality furniture in your house and high quality decor in order for you to attract more clients. You need to buy linen, you need to buy towels, you need to buy high quality kitchen utensils. You also need to pay for utilities like water, electricity, Wi-Fi, cleaning services, and on top of that there's the cost of improving your guest experience, like basic food items like cooking oil, eggs, bread, tea, coffee, sugar. You don't want your guests to get to town. Maybe they check in late, and at the first night of their stay, they have nothing to eat, nothing to snack on. It's a really bad experience. So all these basic things should be provided alongside toiletries like tissue paper, toothbrushes, soap. Those are basic items that I believe any Airbnb host who wants to be a super host is going to have in place. The second disadvantage is unforeseen circumstances. These include low seasons. For example, in Kenya, Airbnb will not be profitable, let's say in January as compared to December, because in January most people are going back to their workplaces, they are not holidaying, but in December most people will tend to be on holiday. So these two seasons are not comparable. Another unforeseen circumstances is when you're starting, you cannot really tell how booked your residence is going to be. If your premises might be very good, it might be in a very good location, but you need a handful of reviews before you get regular customers, and this requires that you host people and host people well in the beginning, and sometimes this means even bringing your price down so as to attract guests first, and then after the reviews and after maybe you become a super host, now you have more control on how much you charge your Airbnb. Number 3 is a bit related to number 2, and it's finding guests. As I said, you might find it harder in the beginning to find guests. You need to market your Airbnb as much as possible. You could start a YouTube channel on your hosting business, or you could put it on social media pages like Instagram, Facebook, or you could get influencers like Property Sue to market your little Airbnb, and in time you're going to find that you're going to have a larger client base, and with constant referrals and constant reviews, your business is going to get better and better. Number 4 is if you're just getting started on Airbnb and if you're managing several premises, it will be work on a day-to-day. This is because you have to take care of all the management duties. You have to ensure the apartments are cleaned. You have to ensure the apartments are stocked with essential things that your guests require. You have to ensure that any maintenance that is required has already been made, and all this will require a lot of your time, unless you plan on getting management for your Airbnb. Number 5 is that running short-term rentals is not always legal in all places, and so you need to make sure that it is clear in your tenancy agreement that you have an agreement with the landlord to sublet the unit. And if this is okay, then you have a go ahead. But if you don't do this, you yourself in some problems because some landlords don't consent to this. If you like these kinds of videos, don't forget to like this video, especially if you've learned something from it. Don't forget to share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because subscribing is free and it helps YouTube know that you like this kind of content and you want to keep this kind of content coming. And until next time guys, it has been your girl Property Sue, and bye.